Alright guys, happy Monday from Manchester inside. The sun's been shining. What a Monday, what a Monday. What a way to start the week. Wasn't planning on doing one of these for a few days or maybe till after the Cardiff game, but a few things that have just got on me wick a little bit since yesterday, and I just can't understand where like I said to you guys at the start of the season, I can't be mad at other Arsenal fans that have lost their heads a little bit. I blame the club for that because they've sucked the soul and the self-esteem and your self-respect out of you for 10 years. So I'm mad at the club for that. I'm not mad at you guys. So if I get a bit arsey with you, I apologise. It's just that's my frustration as well. But I just don't understand the mindset at the minute of, oh, we're desperate for signs, We talk about signings. Oh, he's not good enough. He's shit. He's not. He's this. He's over the hill. He's past it. You can't have everything, guys. You can't have everything. My first thing I want to say is, Lingard with his old fucking Shimon, on the carpet at the weekend. Yes, that was annoying. Yes, it makes my piss boil. Am I going to send them United fans a picture of saying, oh, well, we won the league at your ground? Guys, it was a long time ago. Do you think United fans care about that? That they're more interested in the now? And so am I. We can moan all we like about being Banter FC, but while we keep acting like Banter FC fans, it ain't going to change. If you want the club to help themselves, help yourself as well, because we're not doing it. It's bad enough we've got that AFTV lot humiliating us on a weekly basis. It's funny that they had fuck all views, and not much to say when we were winning, but as soon as the shit hits the fan again, they're all out, getting bantered off big time by dry-arsed, humoured United fans, which makes it even worse. Just take the L and just carry on. Just find some respect for yourself, if not for the club, because it's just humiliating. I can't bear it. Latest news at the minute, we're looking at certain players. Maybe Cahill coming in. I don't see much legs in that, to be honest. I think that's just paper talk. And I wouldn't want to. If he came in, the only person I'd see him getting a start over, as things stand at the minute, is Lichy. And if we were really going to look to play Xhaka or Nacho at centre back, he'd be better. But for me, this is a time now where we lean on these good youth players we've got in Mavropanos and Medley. I'd much rather see these lads get a chance than watching Gary Cahill play when he's not going to be here after June. So that's that one out the window for me. Frustrated with the Czech news. He's retiring. You should have done it at the start of the season, pal, and saved us 90 grand a week and let Emmy play instead. I'm so angry. You guys know I'm a big fan of Emmy, and I couldn't understand at the start of the season why he wasn't instantly number 2 when we got rid of Czech. And now this latest news just makes my piss boil even more. He's gone off to Reading. I hope he does absolutely brilliant there. And I hope he doesn't come back, because he's better than being our third choice, especially behind Czech. And it was the same with Ospina. For me, he's better than the pair of them. So that's annoyed me. But Emma, best of luck to you, my mate. I hope you crush it there. And like I say, I hope you move on to somewhere better, because you're better than being our third choice. We ain't that good. Next one, El Neni news again today. Leicester again. Whether these are always rumours, but no smoke without fire. This one keeps cropping up. 12 million. People straight away. First comment I saw underneath as soon as I came on Twitter this afternoon. Oh, he's a brilliant squad player. How? How is he a brilliant squad player? He's on first team wages and he's made 4 appearances this year. That's not a good squad player, guys. And what a lot of you aren't understanding, and these players are the exact reason we're in the mess we're in at the minute, because we're overpaying players that are squad players that are either playing as first teamers or they're on first team wages, not playing at all. And that's why we're an absolute shit show at the minute and why we can't do any deals. Stop looking at any other excuses, because that's where all of it lies, is we've got too many bang average players on first teamer wages. Look at all the players in our club that are on less money than him and tell me he's better than all of them. He's not. He's probably not better than any of them. So for me, if that offer is actual concrete offer, he's got to go for me. And I think there'd be a lot more value in getting 12 million for a guy that's made 4 appearances all season, and either using that as free £4 million payments to get some loan deals happening, and to sweeten the deals with these clubs, because that's the only bargaining power we'd have at the moment, is a little bit of cashola and freeing up some wages. Or we use that 12 million to go and get a right back, an actual one, release Litcher, get a proper right back, and let Ainsley play in his position in the centre of the midfield. Because for me, I'm sick of people giving this lad shit for playing and playing at right back. He's not a right back. You're judging him on being a utility man, but he's being used as a utility man. That's not actually his best position. He told you guys this the other week. He sees himself as a centre mid, deep line playmaker, centre defensive mid. I saw enough in that United game last year to say this lad's good enough. He pocketed Pogba. I know this year's Pogba's a lot different to last year's, but would El Neni ever be capable of that? No. And this lad did it at his young age. He's got that passion for the club. He's got that fight. He might not be the world's best right back, but at least he's trying. And he's a centre mid. Put one of our other centre mids at right back. See how well they do. Ramsey, would he be good there? Would he be better than Ainsley? No. Torreira, even put him there. Would he be better than? No. Xhaka, don't get me started. El Nene, no. Playing Nacho there, and not in a million years. Don't even fancy him as a left back. Never mind a right back. Give this kid some credit for God's sakes, because all you're going to do is force another talented youngster out of the club because you all can't show him any credit at all for the job he's doing. I think we should be applauding him that we're shoving him in any hole we can, left back, right wing, left wing, striker, goalkeeper, whatever, and he's still doing it. He's still putting a shift in. And there's a lot older men, a lot more experienced men that's heads have dropped and their arse would have fell out and they'd have run away and they'd under a rock somewhere. And this kid isn't. He keeps coming out every week and giving his all. Yes, he might not be positionally brilliant. Yes, he might get caught ball watching, but he's a kid. He's a kid playing out of position. Give him some credit, for fuck's sake. It drives me mad. The Ramsey thing, for me, he should have gone already, and we should have tried to get some bit of money off Juve now rather than letting him leave in the summer, where we'll get nothing for him. And people say, well, he'll be of use to us now. Is Aaron James Ramsey going to be the difference between us finishing 6th, 5th, or 4th, or 3rd, or winning the Europa League and not winning it? Not in my opinion. Never has been, never will be. And I think we should have got rid of him the minute he tried playing chicken with a cub and we called his bluff. And you'll say, well, he didn't, it was his agent, whatever, he employs him. The same as when you say, oh, well, this is Wenger's fault, this is Emery's fault, this is Gazidis or whatever. One man signs all the checks, and that's Kroenke. If you're going to blame anybody, blame him, because that's where the buck stops, and that's how simple it is for me. Call me naive, call me an idiot, whatever, but that's how I see it. Always go to the top. Blame the organ grinder, not the monkey, and that's how I see it. Xhaka is another one for me at the minute. He's shit. He's awful. He's doing absolutely nothing, and this is a guy we paid good money for, and we're paying good wages, and he's crap. He's crap. He's doing nothing. I was a fan of his up until this year, and I thought, like the same with a lot of you, just you wait, everybody, just you wait until we get Torreira next to him, and he's freed up, and he's gone backwards. He's going backwards. My mate, who I go to a lot of the games with, when we were at the game the other week, and I said to him, what do you think about Xhaka this year? And he's never been a fan, never believes we should have signed him. And he said, Si, just watch him. Forget anything else going on in this game. Just watch him. And then tell me his pros and his cons. So I did. I sat there, same as I've been doing Ramsey the last few weeks, watching. Cons. Can't tackle. No defensive mindset whatsoever. No positional sense. No engine, really. No pace. Pros. Well, his one pro was that he sprayed the ball about nice and he could pick a pass. He's not even doing that anymore. Somebody said to me the other day, oh yeah, he played one really good ball that weekend. One good ball in 90 minutes. Is that good enough for you? And this is what I'm saying. People have lost the self-respect for us and for themselves and the club. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. He's got that player next to him and he's going backwards. Get rid of him. If we're building a squad around players like that, we're only ever going to stay where we are. I am telling you that for a fact. And get ready for more mediocrity if that's what we're building a squad around, because he ain't good enough. I just think he's another one where we're stuck in a position where we wouldn't get what we paid for him back. Who's going to give us 30, 40, 50 million for him? Nobody. And that's the problem we're in at the minute. And like I say, we've got too many squad players that are bang average on non-bang average wages, and that's why we're a shit show. Like I say with the Ramsey thing, I'd much rather try to get a few quid for Ramsey, sell Xhaka, get another central defensive midfielder to play next to Torreira, and get Ozil back in that team and say to him, mate, you do what you're best at. These two will do all your defensive work, but you do all their attacking work. We'd be a way better side, and I won't have it that anyone will tell me any different. Call me stubborn, call me a knobhead, whatever. Not interested. The latest news, Perisic. Oh, he's past it. He's not that good. Well, this guy is a massive improvement on what we've got already, and for me he's a world-class player, and he'd fit Emery's system perfectly because he's a workhorse. This guy grafts. He's a big, solid, physical, fast player. I think he'd blend perfectly into our team in that front three, or a front two, and have him as a genuine winger one side, and he'll put a shift in no matter what you think about his talent. I think he's shit hot. I think he'd be a great signing. And you know, if we can get him in on loan, that'd be ridiculous. I don't know how that even works. I certainly wouldn't loan him out if he was my player. With regards to, you know, I wouldn't want us to do a permanent deal on him right away now, because something better might crop up, you know, between now and the summer. But if we can get him in on loan, I think that'd be a cracking piece of business. You know, I've seen people saying he's past it. Well, how come you don't apply that same logic to Nacho, Kos, Cech, you know, all the other players that we've got already that are older than him? Because you've got your blinkers on with those players. Oh, he's been brilliant for us. He's been for years now. They're not that good. They're not that good. They're why we are average, and you just need to realise it. And it's doing my head in. You know, people saying he's past it is beyond me. Yes, I can understand a bit of, you know, a bit of wariness towards signing him permanently right now, and I agree. The only way I'd be happy is if we signed him permanently now is if Mesut goes or Mickey goes, because we can't afford to have another ageing player on, you know, 200 grand a week. We just can't, because we're going to end up in more of a mess than we're in now doing those sort of deals. But if one of those two went, then I would be all for it, definitely. And like I say, if we can just loan him in with his wages at the minute, I think that'd be a cracking signing. I think he'd improve us massively. And it just made me laugh, you know, as soon as we're talking about this, like my mate texts me, we need fucking defenders, we don't need a fucking winger. What you're missing is we need all of them, but you can't do it all in one window. For me, we need a goalkeeper, a right back, a left back, at least a centre back, at least a centre defensive mid, at least either a centre mid or a creative midfielder, at least one or two wingers, and maybe another striker. So, you know, there's 11 positions that we need players in. And what you've got to realise, some of you, is deals don't just happen when you want them to happen. You've got to be opportunist sometimes, and something might crop up that you wanted to do in 6 months' time or 2 years' time, and something that you want to do now won't crop up for another 5. You know, people saying about the defender thing, we had the ability to go and buy a really good centre-back in the summer. You know, we had funds, we could have put all our eggs in one basket. We didn't. So what makes you think we're going to get one now when we've got no funds and we can only loan somebody? That window that we were shopping in has gone to a very small criteria and little area of players which are, you know, ageing, past it, or running out of contract and they're just not good enough. So why force it? And using the reason of bringing in what we still need, you know, we're putting a lot of square pegs in round holes, as I've been saying for 2 years now. You must be bored of hearing me say that. I'm sick of us doing it. You know, Iwobi, I don't mind him, but as I keep saying, he's not a winger. He needs to be a centre attacking mid. And if he's not going to get a goal there, get rid of him and get someone like Perisic in, who we know he's a world-class winger, who will do a bit. He knows what to do when he gets to the byline on instinct. He knows when he gets to the edge of the box whether to play a ball in or to shoot. He can actually score. We haven't got that at the minute in players other than our 2 world-class strikers in Ober or Laka. No one else knows how to score a goal on a regular basis. They don't. And we need to start realising this, the mess that we're in. It just blows my mind. You know, and it's saying about the whole defender thing is, like I say, sometimes deals just happen opportunist-wise, and you've just got to go with it. You know, whether it's ideal timing or not, we need them all, so it has to happen now if that's the deal that's there. You know, I said it to my mate when he got onto me, we need fucking defenders, he was moaning his head off. I said, look mate, I'll put it to you in simple mank idiot terms, right? You wake up in the morning, you want to make a bacon butty, you go into the kitchen, you've got no bread or no bacon, or say, you know, milk and a loaf of bread. You go down to your local shop. Down here, I go with my mate, Zed, have you got any bread and milk in, mate? He goes, oh, we've got no bread. I go, well, fuck your milk then, I don't want it. Do you do that? No, you don't. You still buy the milk. Stop cutting your nose off to spite your face and get with the real world. We need both. Just because a defender can't happen now doesn't mean we should cut our nose off to spite our face and not sign a winger, because we need both. Get your heads out your arses and let's get real. We've got a big job on here at this club to get ourselves out of this mediocrity we've been in for way too long. We're a top 10 in the world club, but there's only us that see that at the minute. No one else sees it. If you ask most of the fans of other clubs, they'd say Tottenham are a better side than us. And I tend to agree at the minute. I'd swap their squad for ours pretty much at the minute. Same as United when people compared us to United at weekend. They were a way better squad. People say, well, we were bossing that game till our defence went off. We were bossing it, but we were scoring goals. No. And I, like most, sat there with that sinking feeling that I knew as soon as they got a chance, they'd score it because they know what they're doing. Their play's got identity. And at the moment, ours doesn't. People told me Xhaka and Ramsey had a good game on Sunday. What did they actually do? Because neither of them did any defending. Did they create loads of chances? No, because they're not good enough. That's it for me, guys. You know, looking at what's available there at the minute, like I say, El Nene, you know, could we get rid of him for 12 million and use that as £3-4 million payments to get Perisic on loan, Nkunku in on loan, and Suarez on loan? I think if we did that, we'd be instantly a miles better squad, and it's a bit of a no-brainer for me, guys. Sorry for ranting, because I was hoping this would be a little short, quick one on transfer dealings at the minute. Like I say, the bit of info I get, guys, I know we've agreed terms with Perisic, Nkunku and Suarez, but we can't do a deal with our clubs because we've got no bargaining power, we've got no room for manoeuvre, because we've got no ability to do anything, we've got no wiggle room because we're up against the wall on all our financial restrictions at the minute. But, you know, if those clubs soften their stance or we happen to get somebody out the door, maybe I'm not giving up hope. My man told me there's 60-70% chance that by Thursday we'll get 2 of them in, so I'm going to stick with that. Hope that helps you guys. Any thoughts and opinions, get them over to me. Love hearing your guys' opinions. Love talking Arsenal with you. Do it till I'm till I'm red in the face. You like that one? Si signing out. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, guys.